Okay, let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 is 3 and 1/4 minus 1 and 3/4. And your answer was 2 and 2/4. So here's that problem that I was speaking about in video number 1 when I said sometimes you're going to have in the fractions where the first fraction numerator is smaller than the second fraction numerator, and then you'll have to solve for the improper fraction, then reduce it in simplest terms because of the numerator in the first fraction being smaller. So here we go. Let's solve this. We'll take the denominator 4, multiply it by the 3, which I'm going to, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it the way that they have it in your example in your book. And how they did it was they took the wholes, which is 3. So we got to do 4 out of 4 3 times because that'll represents the 3 whole in the first fraction. 4 out of 4 plus 4 out of 4 plus 4 out of 4. Now, sometimes you may have it where you have to do 10 wholes. And so you always want to do something to help you take count that you're doing it, that you have the right amount of wholes that you need. Because one mistake in your math problem can cause you to end up with the wrong answer, okay? So we represented the 3 wholes, which is 4 out of 4 plus 4 out of 4 plus 4 out of 4. And then we'll add the 1/4. So it'll look like this, like your example. Okay? So this still represents the 3 wholes, and it represents the 1 represents the 1 and the 1/4, and then the numerator, everything is over that 4 because it's the same numerator for it all. Okay? So let's go to the second fraction where we have 1 and 3/4. So we only have to do 1 whole over here. So we'll do 4 out of 4. I'm going to line it up correctly. We'll put it up here, 4 out of 4. And then we still have to represent those 3/4, okay? So we'll just do 4 plus 3. Oops, I'm using the wrong color. It's the 4 plus 3 over 4, okay? And then what does this give you? This one gives you 7 over 4. And this one, let's go back over here, gives you 4 plus 4 is 8, plus another 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. That'll be 13 over 4. So then you take these two fractions, okay, and we're going to subtract them. 13 over 4 minus 7 over 4, which gives us 6 over 4, okay? You see that? All right, and then that's the improper fraction, 6 over 4. Now, can 6 over 4, how can we get it in simplest form? Okay, so we'll get it in simplest form because we'll say how many times can 4 go into 6? 4 can only go 1 time because 4 times 1 is 4. Because if we did 4 times 2, if 4 could go into 6 2 times, we will be over the 6. Okay, so it only can go into the 6 1 time. So that'll be our whole number, 1. Okay, how many are left over when you put the 4 into the 6? How many numbers are left over? 2. So that'll be your numerator. And then we continue to keep the same denominator because they're like denominators. And so in simplest form, a mixed number will have the answer as 1 whole and 2 fourths. But before we came up with that mixed number, the simplest form, we had the improper fraction of 6 over 4. So you're able to show all your steps of what you came up with as your improper fraction to how then you converted it into the simplest form into a mixed number. And this is how you check it. You check it the same way as we did in video number 1. We'll take the denominator 4, multiply it by the 1, and we'll add the 2, the numerator. So 4 times 1 is 4, plus the 2 equals 6. And we keep the same denominator, correct? So we got 6 out of 4. I hope you can see that. 6 out of 4. So does that give us what we started with the improper fraction? Equivalent improper fraction, because it's equivalent means it still equals out to be the same. So With that being said, they both check off to be correct on when we check our work. We still ended back up with the 6/4. So that'll let you know that you got it right. Okay? So then your answer was 2 2/4, which I kind of think you know what you did at this point. You went ahead and you subtracted the wholes like you did in number 1, which gave you 2. That's correct. But then you subtracted the 1 minus the 3, which gave you 2. And that's where you made your mistake. Because when the numerator is smaller in the first fraction than the second fraction, you have to then work it out. That's that work I was talking about in number 1 from the first video, that you have to do more work when it's like this. But now I hope that you understand and you can do the rest of your problems, and I will check them if you need me to. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.